Hello and welcome to our seventh podcast on friendship. They say some people come into your life for a reason, some for a season, and then there are those rare ones who stick around for years and still make you laugh like it's day one. Introducing today's guest is my dear friend Hani Waziani. Yes, you heard that right, Hani. I still remember the first time I came across her name. I couldn't help but smile to myself, thinking, Honey, really? That's a name? And then in walked this poised, self assured young lady with a voice full of conviction, declaring, Yes, you heard it right, it's Hani Wazirani. In that instant, I knew the name was just as remarkable and memorable as the young lady herself. At a professional level, Hani is a director and head business development at Fuji Seal India, has been the director of Digiprint Private Limited. We met as colleagues at Paper Products Limited, I guess 1989. But what stayed with us was something far deeper, a friendship that has brought joy, comfort, and a sense of belonging that truly nourishes the soul. I'm your host, Mamshel Bain, representing Ambrosian Well-Being, an organization dedicated to promoting mental wellness and emotional resilience. Today, we are going to talk about the magic of friendship and how it shapes our happiness and well-being. Welcome, Honey, to the show.
Thank you, Ma'am Shell. And you can still make me cry as much as laugh.
Really? Let's
Yeah,
not
that
start
made me a
on.
little emotional. Yes.
So, over 35 years, life and career have taken us into different directions. What do you think has helped us keep our friendship strong despite so many changes that has come past these years?
I truly believe now that I'm older, I see that the people that you really hold on to are the people that you really learn to value, respect, cherish. And they are the people who nourish you, your personality, your soul. And you see that bringing out the best in you, and you somehow just remain connected. So I think in our friendship we are very different as people in many ways, but we still have some basic common things which bind us so well together, basic values that I think it's just very comfortable, and we just keep going back to that. It's like a watering hole that when you're tired and you want respite from the everyday nonsense, then you think of friends who provide that comfort, and then you come back to nest. So I think that is what happens as you grow. When you truly respect and value some friends in your life, you keep coming back to them, and it keeps you connected and makes the friendship grow every day. So
I'm grateful you look at me that way. So, moving on, then, friendship often becomes a pillar for emotional well being. In your experience, how has friendship supported your mental, probably, or emotional health over these years?
whenever I feel really bogged down, then I do, uh, without realizing, look to people that I love and respect. And once they give me the assurance that, look, this too shall pass, then you see that's the biggest emotional support you could ask for. So for me, that is, I've always been a person who needs validation from outside. Not the best thing that I can say about myself, but I do know that I need that validation. And but at the same time, I think I'm smart enough to know that when somebody is giving me false validation just to make me feel good, so I have to have people that I can rely on. I know that they will be kind even if they give me harsh feedback. They will not judge me, they will not stop loving me. So when I need that kind of an honest feedback and validation, then I turn to old friends. And that is, I think, the biggest emotional support that I find in friendship. When you feel that, hey, you're protected, At the same time, you're not misled. They are honest with you, but they'll stand by you to hold you up if their feedback brings you down. They do let you know that, oh, you have so much other good stuff going on besides this one downer negative thing, that is what you need. So it is a huge, and of course in times of crisis, they're always there. You don't even know they're running the show for you behind your back, and it's just you can take them for granted in tough times, not otherwise, of course.
Absolutely, having friends who validate and give us that affirmation makes such a difference to our lives. And on that note, for keeping friendship alive, not just with me, but with so many other friends that you have, what's that secret to nourishing and sustaining friendship over decades?
I think you have to remember that sometimes, एक तो I believe हर एक friend जरूरी होता है. So
Perfect.
I think both of us have friends that we like to party with, and then we have friends we like to share a cup of coffee with late in the night and chat away, or a nice gin and tonic. But so there is that it's a mix. But I think the secret to keeping the friendships alive is realizing that none of us are perfect. If you genuinely love and cherish a person for whatever good you saw in them when you got attracted to them as a friend, and then you can't go back and judge after 5 years that, oh, now I suddenly find her very selfish. So I have friends who I find very self-centered. You know a few of them very well, right? But there is so much of other stuff that I love about them, that if I were to focus on that one stupid thing about them, I would lose so many friends. So I think the secret would be to really focus on what you like about them, value that, and of course be honest with them. If they ever ask you, what do you think is the one thing you don't like, let them know. But don't really go around being the judge, because I myself am not perfect. So yeah, and then there are some friends, of course, that you can do without, because you just get attracted initially, and then you realize that, hey, this really was an attraction, a brief one, and then, because I do believe birds of a feather flock together. So there has to be some common binding factor. Like I said, you and I are not very alike in many superficial ways, but the basic beliefs we hold dear are common. So you do move with your type of people and you grow with them. So that is my secret, my type, my clan.
Yeah, I think while most of us believe, truly friendship should always be perfectly balanced, I've learned that when you genuinely care for someone, there's nothing wrong in giving a little more, you know, in
True,
stretching yourself that extra bit, because love and friendship aren't exactly as you mentioned about keeping scores. They're about giving from the heart, right?
true. Generosity.
So, true. So, then has there ever been a time when, friendship deeply hurt or disappointed you? And how did you handle such an experience?
Yeah, I think several times. It almost, what, it has given me a heart attack. I do have two stents, right? So, like they say, dil hai to dard bhi hoga. So,
True.
yes, but I have, when I sit back and think, when you feel hurt, you have to introspect and see that, if it is a genuine friend who has hurt you, you have to think about what they did and why they did. Did they really mean to hurt you? And then so many times I've come after a few years to the conclusion that they probably didn't mean to hurt me. I was at a different point in life at that time, and my expectations from them were so different that I was being stupid by expecting something totally different and getting hurt. So that these days helps me leave things on a back burner for a while and say, okay, let me revisit it later. Because this person's been a friend for like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You know, they couldn't, I have to have that faith that they wouldn't want to hurt me, but I've got hurt. So I've obviously imagined or expected something stupid. And now it's really okay. So I think yes, but you do get hurt. And I think more than half the times it's your own stupid fault for, imagining and expecting something. It's best to just talk it out and let them know you better not hurt me. So
Okay, so then for the people, who want to build friendship and that for a lifetime, what's that one thing that you would tell them to do? One thing that you would want them to avoid, for a lasting friendship? What's that little bit of advice?
little bit of advice would be like you said, generosity. Always give more in a friendship than you expect back. Do not keep scores because that sets you up for disappointment, because people are so different. They have different ways of showing love and affection, that I think, if I take your example, you're not half as emotional as I am. And if I would expect the similar kind of reactions every time, I would obviously get disappointed very often. So, but to see how you are as a person and how you show your warmth and affection and how you care and stand by me, I have to learn to take that and be very happy, rather than, just I'm happy only if you do it my way. So let every friend grow around you in their own way, and then find those, nice, comfortable spots where you learn to understand each other's way of giving and be open to giving more. You always get more than double in return. That would be
Absolutely.
my advice.
Sure. I think we all follow that. And I think it's important, to get on to the best of the person, then you start, thinking and sulking.
True.
So these days, a lot of friendship, live on WhatsApp groups. We are, all in different several groups, school group and college group and whatever. So I know it's a little pretty convenient to share hearts and other emojis. Comes very easily, just a flick. So do you feel that's enough to keep this bond alive of friendship, so we call? Or do you think we still need to put in that extra bit of effort beyond that screen?
I think this is quite a no-brainer. व्हाट्सएप पे तो कोई भी दोस्त हो जाता है. You can write to any Tom, Dick and Harry and wish a happy birthday and be done, and wish on groups. We have our old office groups, half the people we didn't care about, or so it's just so easy. So I think when you stop making that extra effort, the friendships do suffer. So of course, in my belief, the least is, if the traffic is more and you're busy at work, the least you can do is pick up a phone, call a person, once in a while message, I'm thinking of you, so such and such thing reminded me of you. Because that's the truth, you do think of happy time. Oh, we did this before, we did this together, we went to Missouri together. So every time I go to Missouri, I will surely think of you. So if I don't let you know, what is the big deal? So I think that there's no question about it that WhatsApp and social media cannot help you nourish a friendship at all. Otherwise there would be, thousands and, millions and billions of great friendships around the world to talk about. So that really
Yeah.
cannot replace meeting your friends and connecting.
Agree, those heartfelt phone calls is important. Similarly, warm visits and warm hugs
You
is what
bet.
you need to
Yeah,
experience. Yeah.
yeah, I need all the hugs. They are so welcome.
So, our
So,
final
yeah.
question for the evening then, what is your take on workplace friendship? Because that's where you and I met. Do you think it creates a sense of support system?
Uh, I think some of the friendships that have lasted, the deepest friendships I've had are some from school, some from my MBA class, and some from our office group. And each one has been beautiful. And I really can't imagine having, me having spent 25 years at PPL if we didn't have the friends that we had around. The fun at the lunch table or the post lunch, chori on all the sweets or, gossip. I mean, come on, it made life so much more interesting. Who wants to be just working all the time? So you need that fun, laughter. And when you're feeling down, someone to notice and know that, hey, I know this happened. This so and so said this to you at work today, or you had some crazy feedback from your boss. And because at home sometimes you hesitate to share because you might hurt your parent, your parents might start worrying about you, or you don't want to tell your younger siblings that, oh, I got bad feedback. So I think work friends are the ones who know, and they can look at you and say, hey, it didn't go well, did it? But never mind, everything else is great, and move on. So you do need that support system, yes. Also to balance some of the tough times at work, but more than that, to really add joy to every day that you step into your office. You look forward to that lunchtime and the 20 minutes post lunch to sit together, laugh a lot, and gossip. So I can't imagine PPL without the group that we had.
I'm truly grateful for that too, and for our workplace and for the support and the warmth you've shown me specifically. That's what carried us, I think, this far. So, on behalf of Ambrosian Wellbeing, I would like to extend our sincere thanks to you for taking time to join us for this podcast on the theme, on the beautiful theme, I should say, reiterate, of friendship. Yeah.
I'm so happy
So,
this was the theme for today because this is just so easy to speak about and true in every word that we shared. So, thank you for asking me.
thanks, honey. So, friends, friendship, as we just shared, the two of us, isn't about often how often you meet or how much you talk. It's about showing up for each other in big ways and small through every season of life. Our journey is a proof that true connection can bring just joy, comfort, strength, which money definitely cannot buy. So, to everyone listening to us here, to nourishing the friendship that lights you up, keeps you grounded, and makes your life a little brighter every day. Good friends, they
Well
say,
said.
don't just, good friends, they say, just don't add years to your life, they add life to your years. So call that friend today, like Honey said, and keep the magic alive. Cheers. Until next
Cheers.
time, take care, be safe, stay healthy. Bye.
Bye bye.